Alright, so there's a new video from the GT Life. I'm retired, so what now? MatPat's.
Everyone crying over Matt leaving.
MatPat's final theory meme. Meme review. Let's start.
Everyone crying over Matt leaving. Yeah. It's so true.
GT Life. Oh, they look so young. Live.
Hey guys, and welcome to GT Not Live,
Sorry,
my
GT not live. Sorry.
one and only channel. My one and only channel. Ash behind the camera. Woo! This is it, baby.
Oh,
Last
yeah.
one standing. Oh, and welcome to the dawn of a new day. That was a great high five.
That was a really good one because it's a great day.
It is a great day. I feel the weight of the world slowly dripping off my shoulders. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I am now officially retired from 4 out of 5 channels.
So 80%.
And really, retiring from you're not going to stop theorizing, but like retired from being the one to make the theories all the time.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm still reading the scripts and advising the new creative directors. I'm gonna pop in on the occasional notes for videos and stuff. I know. I no longer have to carry recording equipment with me on vacation. There's no more
The retired bender.
weekends where I'm like, hey Steph, I need to pop upstairs for a couple hours, or like, oh, this is all fun, but like tonight I really have to record.
Okay, but true story, he faked me out by saying those things a couple of times this weekend just to like see if I would believe him. And there was a part of my brain that did. The back of my lizard brain was like, yeah, that makes sense.
It's true.
And then I would be like, wait, what is he talking about? And he was like trolling me.
Yeah,
He was trolling me. Like, take the moment when, poor Ollie's having a tough time, or he's being just kind of a jerk, and Matthew's like, can you take him for a couple hours? I gotta go record. And I'm like, what?
Yeah. And that's like, no, I'm here.
No.
I'm there. I'm ready to go, man.
He's here, he's there, he's everywhere.
Who are you gonna call?
Second for Fred Bear.
On the theory channels, he's not there.
Yeah, then catch that, right? He's here, he's there, he's everywhere. We're gonna call second for Fred Bear.
Yeah, actually, I'm in fewer places now. He's there. He's not there. He's not everywhere anymore. Who are you gonna call? I'm still here though.
But you're still here.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Here.
Here. Hi, hello, welcome to a new age in the MatPat narrative arc, aka retirement era.
How you feel?
Great. Great. So today we're doing a meme review of basically everything that happened over this weekend, over the last week or so, as we kind of rounded out my final episodes on film, game, style, and food theories.
Just unpack a little bit.
Yeah. Unpack a little bit. There's been a lot of videos submitted. There's been a lot of memes done. There's been a lot of, images of Scott Cawthon circulating.
Many, more than you probably.
No, that's the thing, right? It's funny. I saw a tweet from, I think it was Johnny Blocks or whatever. That's like, MatPat has uploaded his final video starring Scott Cawthon or something like that.
It's not
like, yeah,
Matthew's last video, it's Scott's first video. It's actually the way that this is built.
Well, every ending is a new beginning.
Correct. 长江后浪推前浪.
So,
welcome to YouTube, Scott Cawthon.
right? Maybe I should reach out to Scott and be like, hey, like I know we put this Tom guy in place, but
you clearly have a future here.
Clearly,
in between all the movies and books.
Steph, I know you're excited to be on the couch every once in a while.
Wait a minute. There might be a possibility that Scott Cawthon can host an entire episode, maybe a few episodes of the game theorist, film theorist, style theorist, or food theorist. There might be a possibility that Scott Cawthon is like vocalized voiceover, like hosts an entire episode. That's genius.
But maybe it's Scott and I. Maybe it's the Scott and Matt Power Hour. Dude. Oh man.
That would
actually be incredible.
That'd be wild.
That
would be wild.
We just talk deep minutia of FNAF lore the entire time.
Here's the thing.
Or whatever.
It'll be like hours upon hours of FNAF, pure FNAF lore.
Yeah.
Like, hey Scott, have you played Undertale
I
recently?
was gonna say maybe you don't. Maybe you talk about other games. Actually, one of the things that
Tell me your thoughts on Garten of Ban, Scott.
yeah, right. Yeah, have him talk about all the other indie horror games and be a critic for them.
Oh man, I wonder.
He'd be like, yeah, but there was no bite that happened sometime in the 80s.
was that the bite of Ban? Oh, that would be fun. He's like, oh, the lore makes too much sense. Like, oh, there's too much that makes sense in the lore. Oh, that would be so funny.
Where's my ambiguity?
That would be so great. if Scott, that would just be funny. At like two little buddies, we'd be like little Robot Gregory and Glamrock Freddy hitting the road on tour. Scott and Matt on tour.
That'd be amazing.
That's take it on the road. Yeah, so today is a meme review. We thought it would be appropriate for Steph to join today because, this is also a big transition moment for you, which I think if you want to speak to that a little bit, I think that would be awesome because while everyone can kind of understand.
I really love your little dance.
It's awesome. I think while everyone can understand what it means for me, right? Which is like, hey, I am doing an incredible amount of work with.
You are the host, you are the role model for all of us, MatPat's. You are the beacon of hope, you are the lodestar, the North Star for all of us for 10 plus years, for decades.
All these scripts that are coming in and all these recordings that are coming in and all this other stuff in addition to the day job. And I think it is hard to properly communicate how intense the day
Not sure if you recognize his day job is being a father of his son.
job is at this point, where it literally is like from like 8 to 5, 8 to 6, 8 to 7. Like, I mean, it is giant blocks of like 12 hours plus booked solidly.
The most meetings.
Meetings, talking to people, edits, recordings, with Style and Food Theory having more live action shoots over the last year.
It was a lot of live action recordings, and we like doing those.
Oh,
That's
super
the
fun.
thing. Those are really fun, but we got to, I think, maybe like a little bit of a too much of a good thing kind of thing where there was just no way to get everything done and do those long blocks of recording.
Yeah.
Stephanie makes a good point. Too much of a good thing is a bad thing.
Of like filming. Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's one of those things where because of all of that, the scripts were always kind of like having to be squeezed in and like finding places to do it, and
The recordings. Forget about
the
it.
recordings. Yeah, the recordings were like, oh, you're supposed to do those during like daylight hours? No. You're supposed to do that during working hours? No. I mean, like,
No, that
legitimately.
microphone has never seen the light of day. Not for years.
No, like I mean, the time I was up here, and I've said this, but like again, to reiterate, it's like my recording sessions would start at like 10 p.m. and would go until like 2 a.m. and that was usually I would just pass out at the end. I'd be like, and I'm done. And that would be Friday, and then Saturday, and then Sunday, and then that was kind of it, right? And so no, there's a big sense of relief.
Or you get up at 4 a.m.
That's
the other thing.
Towards the end, it was like I can't stay up late anymore. I need to wake up early because I'm just so tired, and so I would wake up at 4 in order to get like an hour of uninterrupted scripting time.
Yeah.
Or like an hour to 2 hours of uninterrupted scripting time, and
Before
then
Ollie got up.
Yeah, before Ollie got up, and then
But that's the thing. He's only human. There's always a limit to it, and I respect him for doing this for years and years and years, decades.
be like, hi, I got most of it recorded before, and then I'd hear like, Daddy, and I'm like, run down, and there we go. No, so
And
that,
now to be a dad, to be a father, to be a papa.
so I mean, for me, huge difference, and it's this new lighter life for me. But what about you, Steph?
It is
Well, I can say that her husband and her father of the child, and her child's father, that means her husband and the father of her child, have more time, more free time. So it's a good thing, it's a huge plus.
also a significantly lighter life for me. It makes a big difference. So, and there's the direct stuff. Like, there were lots of times, I don't want to take anything, there's nothing to be taken away from you or the creative directors, but there have been lots and lots of times, especially in the last year, where there's no physical way that Matthew can complete all the scripts by himself. There's just no hours left. And so either he gets to like 11:30 at night or 12:30 or 1:30 or whatever, and he's like, I don't know how to fix this script, or there's something needs to happen with this script, but I cannot figure it out. And so
that's when input from a second individual, third individual, from a third party, fourth party will help a lot.
just having another person to step in with like logical thinking and a brain, but like being there.
In a brain.
But so directly.
I mean, to be fair, it's like if you have been working for so many hours, mental fatigue, mental exhaustion, you're mentally tired, your energy is running low. You know, tiring, exhausting, fatigue, lack of energy, so on and so forth. You get the point.
Working on the scripts, directly
Exhausted.
editing the scripts, directly helping to fix scripts or ideas or whatever, that's become a bigger part of this last year for me personally. And I really like doing scripts, but when scripts get done is literally the middle of the night. And so it's pretty taxing in terms of hours. Then I have
mentally taxing, mentally tiring, mentally exhausting, mentally fatigue, lack of mental energy.
You know, at least one full-time job when it comes to everything else.
Notice that she is a mother, okay? So the responsibility of taking care of a child, important as well.
That still happens in the company, running everything, helping everybody with various projects along the way, but those big shooting blocks, which were really fun, still took up lots of times that had to be scheduled over or around meetings, over or around stuff that I was supposed to be doing, or emails that I was supposed to be getting back to. I can't tell you how bad I've been at like answering emails in a timely way, fixing problems, that kind of stuff. So that's a big difference. And then like emotionally and personally also, if your partner and the person who you'd like to spend time with in off hours is also trading off time with you that whole time, you never actually see them. So like if Matthew's working from 10 to 2,
You can see how MatPat is listening, digesting, and just being a good listener, being a good observer, being an understanding, caring, thoughtful partner for her. Thank you so much, MatPat. This sort of silence is a positive silence. Thank you.
we'd be like, oh yeah, we're gonna watch a RuPaul's Drag Race from like 9 to 10, and then he's gonna go record, but he's falling asleep at 9:30 because he's so tired that he can't stay awake. And then I have to like wake you up to be like, Matthew, I'm so sorry. I don't want to wake you up right now, but I know that you wanted to get this recording done and that you're gonna, you know, the whole system fails if you don't. And so, and I can't do that for him, right? Like I can't record the videos for him. So it's one of those things where it cascades into like all areas of our life, going to sleep alone or waking up alone almost all the time. And then on weekends being like, okay, how do we work every single weekend activity?
And it's a miracle that they can last for so long, so many decades already. And I respect it that Stephanie and MatPat realized that this is a problem and they can't, this is the problem and you can't just reverse it. You can't put the genie back into the box, you know. There's a different solutions. For example, what they did is partner with Lunar X, have different hosts involved, bigger team, bigger creative teams. So thank you so much. You did a great job.
We've ever done for the last several years around making sure that the videos get recorded.
We thread it
It's
through.
just like threading it through. So, long story short, it makes a huge difference to me, directly, indirectly, all the things. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
That was good. That was still bad.
God.
Yeah. Okay.
Nah.
We did
Hey,
it.
we did something. No, and last thing is which I see is how flexible you've had to be, because like you said, you have all these responsibilities, but because mine are always on this ticking clock.
Oh yeah, we're shucking and jiving around.
Yeah, that cascades down into editors, the channel managers, and everyone else. Like, because I am this big wall and it cascades into everyone else, my deadlines were always the hardest and the firmest.
Yeah, and it's
which
like,
meant
okay.
that you had to be like, if all of a sudden it's like, whoa, this script needs to be completely rewritten, or like, uh-oh, this is gonna take 4 hours instead of 2 hours.
It doesn't matter if we're on vacation, it doesn't matter anything else, like that just has to happen. And so there have been a lot of vacation days where I'm a bit of a planner, Matthew can tell you. I may or may not
If there's-
plan our vacations down to like the 15-minute increments
I was
of
gonna
every
say,
single
if
day.
there's anyone who's more type A than I am, it's definitely you.
Especially for different things. We're really uptight about different things. But there have been a lot of vacation days, right, where I'm like, okay, I got this schedule, roll out, and Matthew's like,
Transformers, roll out.
well, actually,
But actually,
I have like 4 hours of working on this script, and then I have to record it, and I'm like,
yeah. So, well, and to be fair, and again, like I tried to push it off to the edges
Oh,
of like
yeah.
the morning and the evening,
No,
so that way it
Matthew's-
didn't interrupt anything in the middle. But
Matthew is always heroic with doing stuff in the middle of the night so that it wouldn't affect things like that. But there's only so much you can do. There is some point at which like your brain shuts down and you have to like get some sleep. So I'm so happy for you. I'm
you.
so thrilled for you. I'm happy for us. And it's a brand new day. And
This sort of okay, from a husband point of view, right? MatPat's, he's considerate. It's like, hey, I need to do this. It's my job, but I'm going to push it towards the end. Let's say 10 p.m., 11 p.m. I do my own stuff, so that in daytime I can still accompany you as a husband, I can still accompany you as the father of our child. And then think about it, he have to carry such a burdens in which 7 hours of uninterrupted rest is the recommended amount of time to sleep. But I'm confirmed, guaranteed by shot, he's getting less than that daily. This sort of responsibility in which not a lot of people recognize it, and I have to praise his husband, his wife, Stephanie, for recognizing that. And also, this sort of wife is so rare, like very kind-hearted, selflessness. It's like, you know what? I'm not the center of the universe. You are not the center of the universe. We try to make this ecosystem work. Compromise, be flexible. Wow, this sort of girl is very rare in this day and age.
all your focus, all of it can go on to GT Live.
right, that's it. Focused on GT Live.
One channel.
Yeah.
To the moon right now at this
Exactly.
point. Fun fact, my first ever game of retirement, Five Nights at Freddy's Ruin. Security Breach Ruin. I woke up Sunday morning after so the whole team came over on Saturday. We all had a big old celebration. We all cried a whole bunch.
Oh, yeah.
Ash wept, Ryder wept, I hyperventilated, which I didn't expect because I had watched the video so many times and I had said goodbye in my head so many times at that.
I trust him. He probably said it a few hundred times, a few thousand times, maybe even a few million times because he has been doing this for decades. I'm pretty sure there have been several years in which he has thought, maybe this is the year I retire, maybe this is the year I retire, maybe this is the year I retire, maybe this is the year I pass on this channel, so on and so forth, so on and so forth. He must have been practicing this goodbye speech, the goodbye letter for decades. Respect that, man.
At that point, I had had so many emotions up to that point. I thought that was more of me
Oh yeah, 1 hour more.
watching it
1 hour.
to just be a part of the event. Like, obviously, I wanted to watch it as it
Right.
went live. And
We'd all
we
seen
were
it
chat-
like 8. There
Yeah.
were like 8 versions of that video because we had like, to update the editing and stuff. We had all watched that thing many times.
But man-
Maybe not Ash. Maybe you were spared from like versions 4 through 7.
I was spared, but a lot of those takes I did like 7 times.
Right.
Yeah.
So I knew a lot of the main story beats, but seeing them all
Yeah,
together, oh, it got me hard.
Yeah.
It really got me.
Yeah, well, and it was one of those where I'm watching it. I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh, dude, like I had to breathe through my emotions, which is the first time I've ever had to. Like, I feel my emotions very viscerally, and I'm very good at handling my emotions. I feel like I'm very in touch with my emotions. That was the first time that I'm like, oh, this is what it means to be like overwhelmed with emotion. Like, not just like weeping and sad, but like actually having to physically breathe through the emotions as they're swelling through you. Crazy. And then I hear like Ash sniffling beside me, and Ryder's eyes are
Ryder's are-
glistening.
Oh, he and I were
yeah.
going through it. We had a big hug afterward, he and I.
Oh.
Yeah.
You must know, MatPat is our childhood hero.
No, it was really sweet. So that was that. And so then I wake up Sunday morning being like, good. And I woke up at 7:30,
Morning.
which was very exciting.
New
And then I
record of
realized
sleeping in this year.
new record sleeping in, except not because it just meant that the clock sprung forward.
It was actually 6:30.
So it was the exact same time that I wake up every day, but it felt like I had slept in. So that was exciting. I'm like, whoa, look at it. It's light outside. I slept in. Not at all. And Ollie's like, hey, Dad, let's play a game. And I'm like, yeah, let's play a video game, but
Yes, father and son time. Finally, some actual time in which his workload is significantly reduced. Schedules, it's okay. Prioritize son first.
So excited to do it, like slug day together.
Yes!
He's like, can you play Five Nights at Freddy's Ruin?
Woo!
I'm like, sure, bud. Yep, we can do that. So anyway, enough about us though. Let's roll into the memes.
I know,
the
it's
fresh.
not even like, geez.
I know it's witty
The memes.
banter.
No one
and
wants to
it's,
hear that.
the fresh.
Just call it memes. It's called memes.
The fresh and hot memes over on the Game Theory subreddit. And so let's see, should I scroll, Ash, or should I see you have a bunch pulled up.
Yeah, so head over to that second tab.
Head over
This
to that
first tab
second
is so we
tab.
can come back and revisit.
Oh, God.
Okay, we'll
Okay.
we'll
We'll
revisit
come back to
after
that one
that.
and scroll.
So the
Okay.
first tab
Capture
is actually
this.
the last tab.
Jason.
Yes.
Great. Awesome. Nice. Okay, caption this. This is by UTV4RGVTB24.
See, what I see this as is your mom telling a really embarrassing story about you to, like, in front of your friends or relatives, where you're just like, and then he put on the footy pajamas, and he was so cute, and you're just standing there and you're like, you're just like wanting to die.
Right.
Jason looks like he really wants the earth to just swallow him up.
At least, like, why did I do this? Why am I here? Oh, that's so funny. Oh, that's great. What a great. It's like I was not prepared for this
Right?
at all.
No, and actually, Jason makes sure that if he's going to appear on camera, he is ready for it. He's just there standing there thinking about how his hair doesn't look right.
When your friend is info dumping and you have no idea how to contribute to the conversation, just, I am the friend. That's awesome. Jason is a master of infiltration. He could be in your walls right now. That right there.
He just fades in.
That's the face of infiltration. There it is. The face of pure stealth. Oh, that's so funny. Anyone else? Okay, when your friend introduces you to practically everyone at the party and you have no desire to be there. That's accurate.
Yeah.
I am here out of obligation alone.
Hi.
Oh, that's great. There were some good meme formats, I feel like, that came out, which is only fitting.
A lot.
Which I'm
I went from crying to dying.
very happy about. Like, that was not necessarily the express intent of things, but also you always think about, like, oh, I hope that people like these moments, or I
was
hope that
gonna
people
say,
respond to these moments.
You like thought you were going to leave a philosophical mark on YouTube.
Oh.
No, you actually just left a memeable mark on you.
Oh no, I feel like the entire last message of the episode completely steamrolled for Skull Golden. Oh my God, Skull!
Making out with Freddy! Daco's going to incorporate this into the canon.
This one?
Yeah.
This is from Funbid 4717, or actually this is technically.
Actually, yeah.
This is technically from Nicole,
Yeah.
who's our graphic artist, who's unbelievable and fantastic, and probably
Unbelievably talented.
I don't know how quickly she was able to whip this together. I would say she probably drew this in like 5 minutes. Like, she's just so fast and so talented at just, whipping up anything that comes to
The more I
mind.
look at this, the more unsettled I feel.
Yeah, tell me your thoughts, Stephanie.
The more I look at it,
That felt so weird, because you must recognize that Stephanie is the wife of MatPat's, and this is MatPat kissing Freddy,
the more I recognize the mastery in her jamming your faces so close together, the wrinkle line in your face where Freddy's snout has physically like pushed the skin back because he's jammed so far into your mouth.
That's the bite of 87 right there.
No, this is a bite of 24 this year.
That's the bite.
This year, 2024, this year.
Neck is like scrunched.
Oh.
Oh yeah, the whole
Oh
thing.
no! I mean, it's a passionate kiss. Freddie is nothing but passionate.
Your hands sort of being on here.
I gotta guide him. It's a very romantic kiss.
Oh, man.
We've had a very special relationship over the years.
Yes,
You
it is.
have, my friend.
That's an open mouth kiss too. I mean, like, to be.
There's no way you're welcome to close there.
That animatronic tongue is in.
Tongue is strongly implied.
Oh I love it. So true story. This is one of those where, again, like for the chaos ending, we gave people like rough guidelines to, and basically we accepted every idea. And so we wanted Nicole. We were like, I want you to draw some like crude fan art of me. Just like doing whatever, right? Like mixing it in with another franchise. And I initially thought it was going to be like me and like Pokemon. I thought for sure we were going to wind up with like censored Pokemon.
Instead, Freddie Tonsil hockey.
Yeah, Freddie Tonsil. And the rejection of Springtrap, I feel like, is also bears to be mentioned. Like the fact that he's so sad back there.
Broken heart.
So sad. Like, it's like the distracted boyfriend meme. Like, ooh, Freddie. And Springtrap's like, what about me? What about me?
Right? The first time anyone's ever said poor Springtrap.
That's fair, right? But no, and also the chaos ending, I think was the hardest of endings to edit because we had a bunch of footage, but we had to capture like the frenetic pace that we wanted to, and we actually shot them most of them as like long continuous shots where like one action led to the next, led to the next, led to the next, and we ended up chopping it up to give it the pacing that we wanted it to and give it that sense of chaos that we wanted.
Everyone had a great time with that shoot though, and everyone like everything you see people do, I think was contributed by them. Like was their idea.
Oh yeah.
And so like Lee stealing Josiah's wallet as he lays there dead, or taking the play button off the wall.
That was
the chase with the heel, the whole thing. That was all.
Amy's only request was fire. She also requested sword, but we're like, well, Dan has sword.
Yeah.
So
share.
Yeah, she wanted to knock him out with the heel, and we're like, let's mix it up a little bit. But yeah, Ash crying in the corner.
The scream. Your scream is heard around the world.
Thank you.
Where does that come from, Ash?
Like the gut.
Diaphragm.
I was gonna say the diaphragm.
Yeah,
it's a well-supported scream.
Very good scream.
Thank you.
Sam and the Wordle and stuff. Oh no, it's
that
solid.
was also organic.
Yeah, but
he actually did get the Wordle.
He did in 2. Actually, that was a big moment for him.
Yeah.
Christ.
But anyway, in one of the initial edits, this was completely blurred, and I'm like, I don't understand. Like, as the audience, they're gonna have no clue what they're looking at. You need to showcase this, and thus we received this.
I was gonna.
It is rated MPG-13. Is that a code or is it like PG-13?
Say, you're welcome. Matthew was the one who
MatPat Game Theory 13.
uncensored this
Oh yeah,
video.
I'm like, you have to completely uncensor this, you know. So anyway, there's that.
The more I look at it, it's just let's move on. I haven't looked at it for the longest.
I haven't seen this one. He's my son. From Nose Cone. So this is the MatPatify extension, I guess, added on to this.
Yeah.
So I am proud and honored to be the new creator, and Ash, you too, the new creator of the latest Scott Cawthon meme.
We did that. I really cannot emphasize enough the emotional whiplash of being like, oh my gosh, this major transition for my friends. I'm so proud. I'm so sad. And then I go on Twitter and everyone's like, Scott can move. And I was like, I did that. That was me.
You know, it's funny that you bring that up because I saw that circulating on Twitter too. And it was one of those things where when I reached out to Scott and I'm like, hey, I'd love for you to be a part of the final episode in a way. I have this idea of multiple endings and I would love for you to be in one of them. I'm not sure which one, like, I'm not sure as far as like which one will be the one that we tag onto the end of the video, but I think it might be yours. And I'm like, hey, I understand that you're private and you don't want to appear on camera. So even if it's a voiceover line or you don't even have to say anything.
He was
like,
so gracious.
And yeah, it was, and not only was he like, you know, you're absolutely right, but I feel like this is an important enough and special enough time that I would love to be a part of this. But also, like, he would follow up in emails being like, I thought of some lines. And I'm like, oh, great. Like, I didn't anticipate you wanting to speak. But
I was on audio. I was part of that.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. No, and he came in costume. He was so down. And so.
Yes, he paying homage to game theory. You know, green color? Look at his outfit. Dark green.
Again, so gracious.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Oh my gosh, it was incredible. It was actually a really fun afternoon. He was very patient with the lighting supply company. that we had rented from did not give us the proper stands. And so behind the doors,
Yeah.
you have like Jason and Justin manhandling like the light. It was so janky.
Justin was physically holding up a light by himself.
Yeah.
Poor Justin.
Human tripod, human stand.
Do we thank him for that?
We did. Yeah, we did. We thanked everyone, and we will continue to thank them.
Yeah.
But no, it was kind of weird too, because I think Scott, here we roll in with like giant lights and rental equipment.
Yeah.
And he's like, whoa, this is a lot. And I thought it was just going to be on the phone. And we're like, yeah, but we want to make sure that it looks good. Like, we want this to be kind of this like big moment.
Yeah, good point. For example, right now I have the ceiling lights, this ring light, this light, this reading light. So it's 1, 2, 3, and monitor 4 lights.
And-
Look, it does look good. Good
does.
enough for the rest of the time, the rest of history on the internet.
Look at him.
Yes,
Look at that
he's
guy.
done very well.
That's the MatPatify extension, by the way, which was a chaotic thing to have popped up on my feed a week before we were really doing like the live action filming, because this video was months in the works. Like we had to travel to see Scott. We flew in all the creative directors. Back when you saw a lot of them on GT Live, that was around the time that all of them flew in. We flew in Tom for 48 hours just so he could film the final shot.
From England.
Yeah, from England. Amy and Santi had more time in their schedule, so they were here the whole week. But like Tom, he was only allowed to be in the country for a period of time, and so it's like, this is what we got. Let's get it done. And then literally 48 hours later, turn around and send it back. So it was a lot. But then the MatPatify extension coming out, it's like, oh, this is a fun thing to just throw in as a final beat. And it delivers some gold, I gotta say. I like a lot of it. Let's see, Snake, 9876, MatPat's final video. Wait, see, someone got it. Someone paid attention. Wait,
It's all game theory, always has been. MatPat, pew!
game theory, always has been. It has. It's all game theory.
It's all game theory.
It is. It's all game theory. I feel like as the memes die down and as people discover and appreciate all the endings, they might go back and revisit the actual message and it's like, oh, there's some substance here too.
It's possible.
It's possible,
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll learn. We'll find out. Let's see. Oh, can we talk about how great this ending was? Math Witty 2864. We can.
It was very good.
Yes, especially the music is alright, because this music is from you guys. You guys created the music.
This is the first thing we shot.
Thanks.
for watching.
You were very specific about the music, and rightly so.
Yeah.
About the timing of everything.
Thanks. Yeah. No, so Ryder, longtime friend, Foot of Ferret.
And longtime collaborator.
I
of
mean,
Fierced.
yeah, I mean, he's like, he's not full-time for us anymore, but basically, but he does a lot of stuff for us still because he's incredible. I love Ryder. But I reached out to him and I'm like, hey, I want you to be the person to, he's done so many versions of Science Blast.
Yeah, Science Blaster.
He did it live as part of the St. Jude streams. He's done so many of the
The one.
didn't do Science Blaster in the early days, but he's done remakes of the song. He's done themes for Food Theory, GT Live. He did one for Style Theory. It's the one that you can kind of like catch around the edges that we use every once in a while. And I'm like, hey, I feel like you will be able to do this and get this in a way that I really want this to go. And what was the thing I told him? I'm like, I want it to feel climactic, victorious, and because a lot of the
Like, victorious champion, triumphant. Everybody's a winner. Everybody's a gold medal. Everybody graduated. During graduations, you completed game end. You completed the game. Level finished.
the music beds that when the edits first came in were sad pianos.
Yeah, they were sad.
They were sad pianos, and I'm like,
Sort of
this
downbeat.
isn't a sad. They were like, solo piano, sad, tinkle, ding, 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 ding,
Thin,
ding,
yeah.
thin. And I'm like, I want it to feel like it needs to build to a climax, and I want it to be like triumphant and this like moving onward, like the mission has.
Moving onward so that the next generation, the next tierists, can move on. You know, 长江后浪推前浪.
Been completed.
Yeah.
And crushed it. Like he did this in like record time. But did such a good job. And then we were refining the timing and stuff. And I wanted. It's funny how the signature lines of the channel worked so well for a finale. Like the thanks for watching.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I forget when it actually struck me as like, oh, the final line, the thanks for watching is a great final line to have. And I thought that was, you know, I think emphasizing that with the edit and the way it was shot.
It can be like thanks for watching 3 scenes or thanks for watching 4 scenes, you know?
Stuff was really important, but yeah.
Oh, I totally agree.
Cool.
You did a great job.
It's also, I think this is one of those things that I think is worth calling out. Technically, my last That's Just a Theory, a Game Theory is in the FNAF episode that came before. It's not in the final Game Theory.
Oh, yeah.
Which is one of those things that I knew. Again, it's like that dramatic irony of like, I know when things are happening, but the audience, you guys didn't. And so, you know, when I was recording That's Just a Theory, a Game Theory in the FNAF episode, so like, thank you, Scott, look at all you've done. That I got a little emotional for that because I knew that was the final time of me saying the like closing phrase. Because also this was this was the thanks for watching was shot earlier. And
Yeah,
stuff
it was
like
already
that too.
recorded.
So that was the first thing of the finale that we shot, which was cool.
The finale.
The fun alley.
It was.
It was good.
I like it that these 2 couples, they are nerdy, but the chemistry is so well, you know. It's like, finale, no, fun alley.
Fun. That was great. But
Yeah.
I
Thanks.
thought, yeah, thanks guys.
Yeah.
And
Ryder, Matthew, Dan, who edited this piece?
Oh, this
No?
was Dan.
Dan.
Yeah, Dan edited
piece.
this one.
Head
He went through a
editor
lot.
Dan.
Yeah. And Jason had
Thank you so much, head editor Dan. Thank you.
a really good job of like directing the shot and
Yeah.
stuff.
And Ash filmed.
And actually, yeah.
Oh my god.
What a group effort.
Oh, that shot. So this part wasn't included in the edit, but I had to start tracking Matthew while he was technically behind where we had the camera set. So it looked like I was starting at Amy and then, you know, going 90 degrees to the other side of the room. It was more of a 180. I would even say 200 degrees.
Yeah, it's a
with
big
how much I
sweep,
had
yeah.
to go over. Oh my
It was
gosh.
a big sweep.
I had them redo it like 10 times because this shot is so important. I have to get this right. And it was so high pressure. And I feel like based on how the video came together, I'm like, okay, we got it.
And it's interesting too, because like the whole episode, like the whole time, we originally were thinking about doing this live, the whole thing live. And I'm glad that we didn't. I'm glad that Ash and Justin were like, hey, we don't think that makes sense. And you were absolutely right to make that call. I think that was great. There was a pro and con of doing it live where like I wanted you guys to be there and be a part of it and like to participate.
The premiere was still a very good
No, premiere was
participatory way.
the premiere was like the best way, I think, to find the middle ground. It also felt more game theory, but part of the reason why we wanted to do it in this like full circle motion was because I would leave the couch, and again, the last time I would leave the couch, and then when I come back, we've set up the door early on.
Literally hang the coat, your jacket, you know. So, sayonara, adios.
On in the episode, so that way when we come back all the way around, the creative directors have taken my place and have respawned. So that way, and then, hey, we set up that door earlier, I can leave off the door. Like, you guys get a sense of the space. So
I get it that he mentioned respawn. It's a gaming term in which gamers know. Game theory, you know? So it's like a term that's targeted for its audiences. You, me. Thank you.
there was a lot of thought. It was a fun one to ideate on, and because
fun.
it was an important one to ideate on, but it was really cool. Last thing that I should probably call out about this one is if you submitted but hey, that's just a theory, a game theory.
Thank you.
Sorry,
Thank
we
you.
couldn't use
Everyone.
a fraction of the ones that we got. Like
there were so many.
We got how many?
Thousands?
Ash, would you say that we got?
A little over 7,000 videos.
Yeah, I was gonna say we got 7,000 videos, and there's only
More than
so many that
7,000.
we could work in from a timing perspective. But just know that we've seen them, we appreciate them. You guys are amazing. Thank you for submitting them. We hope that even though you might not have been in the actual thing, like we have seen a lot, we watched a lot of them. We continue to kind of work our way through them because there's just so many.
Yeah.
But no, your work was appreciated, and I hope that moment you're like, oh, I was a part of that, whether
Yeah.
or not I was physically a part of that.
Absolutely, 100%.
Also, thank you to whoever signed up gtjustatheory@gmail.com on the Wendy's newsletter. We've been getting so many coupons for nuggets.
Speaking of things that have gotten a lot of submissions too.
Yes.
Thank you guys for signing up on the where'smatpat.com email.
Yes, thank you so much. For the little website. In case you don't know, there's a fun little website called where'smatpat.com,
Here, I'll pull it up
and it's basically just a landing page where you can sign up for the future for fun clues or announcements about what Matthew's going to be doing next. You've already seen some of the MatPat Extended Universe, the multiverse of madness, if you will.
No. Multiverse of madness. Multiverse of MatPat.
Across the 5 additional endings for the episode.
6
but
endings.
there are a few other maybe alternate universe appearances that we're hoping to get in this year as well.
multiverse
So
of madness.
I think it'll be fun to follow, and there's no spam or anything that comes from it. It's just
We're not
it's
signing you up for any Wendy's.
just an email list. Yeah, you will not end up getting signed up for Wendy's unless that's something that you're interested in, but you should do that yourself.
Yeah, do that
And then, and we'll just send like every once in a while updates. But we are going to be sending out, Matthew's going to be sending out 100 emails to individuals just to say hi and have a personalized response.
I think the goal is we've got some things early this week that we have to get through, but I think Wednesday or Thursday we're sending out like just a mass email to everyone being like, hey, you're a part of this thing now. Thank you.
We're going to try. There were so many emails that we have to figure out how to do that. So there were a lot. And
it's a lot.
It's like a couple 100,000 at least.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot. So we're going to be working through the process of how you send out over 100,000 emails at the same time. So we're not quite sure about that, but we're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
And then we're going to send something, and then there'll be a few, relatively speaking, there'll be 100 at least.
Which is a lot normal.
Individualized
It's a
email
lot of individual
responses,
emails, but yeah.
But just so you know,
Relative.
there were so many. You guys are amazing.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be really fun. But just so you know, we got a lot.
Yeah, so I'm gonna send out those 100, and then like I said, I'm gonna try to do a handful every single week just to keep it going, and to thank you guys. And
but you can join the club and sign up here.
Yeah, new clues are coming. We're not gonna spam you or anything. It's literally like, and we're gonna refine, what it is as far as like how those updates go and what we're filling you in on.
Well, it
and stuff.
depends on what kind of clues you want to seed out.
Right.
To different things. Down the line.
Little MatPat newsletter or whatever, but yeah, so that'll be fun. Thank you guys for supporting that. Like I said, we'll send out kind of like the mass, hopefully. Initially, I'd be curious to get your thoughts down in the comments. Right? Initially, my thought was to ask you guys to dial into a number,
Like text one of the numbers.
like a text number, because I've seen other YouTubers do it, and like before I'd never really saw value in it, but now it's like, well, I want a way to stay in touch with people that isn't like pushing them to a YouTube channel that I might not use, that requires me to make videos, and is kind of filtered by an algorithm.
Forcing people to be on social media if they don't want to be.
Yeah, like
so
I've seen a lot of
people to
people
be on Twitter or something like that. If that's like, maybe that's not the place for you, and that's fine.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people who are like, I don't want Twitter anymore. I don't want like all these other platforms, which I get, like I understand.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, well, what's a neutral area? And so I was gonna be like, oh, everyone's got a phone number, but I'm like, I at first I'm like, oh, they could just call this number, and then I have a phone full of however many phone numbers there are that I could just mass text. But
There's
you can't.
No way.
The cap on mass texting is like 50 people, like
it's
50.
crazy.
I'm like, there's no world.
And we're like, no, we need several more zeros on that.
Yeah, and so it was also one of those things where we looked into some of the companies that do this sort of. They're like, oh, we aggregate that data for you, which is, I'm like, okay, that's cool, but
It's very expensive, and they also have your data. So we were not quite sure that we wanted to go down that road.
Yeah, we weren't sure about we wanted to go down a road, and then like you said, like it was shocking. I was shocked. Like it was somewhere between like
expensive.
It was like somewhere between like $300 and $500 a month just to maintain the list.
And that was like a small list.
Yeah,
that wasn't a big list. That was a little list.
Yeah, a like little list of like a couple thousand.
Yeah.
And so we were like, we're gonna have more than that.
like,
so if it's like $500 a month just to hold the list, that's crazy. And then to send a single text message to, whatever subset, like a couple thousand people, it was like $1,000 a text message.
Yeah, it was
and I'm
a
like,
lot.
I want to be able to like have the opportunity to do a little bit more than that for like, you know, that's crazy. Like I love you
it
guys,
seems like a lot.
but to send out like $1,000, $2,000
There's
text
something
message.
else we could do with that money that would better serve this
Everything,
group.
like
Yes.
this group, the world, like literally anything else is probably better than me spending $1,000 on a text message.
Yes.
So you know, thank you guys. The email, you know, keep an eye on it so it doesn't end up in spam or whatever. But yeah, no, that was awesome. So that's coming soon. Moving on.
Yeah, I was gonna say enough promotion.
I just want to
back to the meat.
There's a lot to talk about. I want to catch people up.
I know.
Bulla Boy. Am I the only one who sees this resemblance?
What's
Scott?
Scott.
Scott! Oh my god.
I do see the resemblance. Oh no!
The size of Scott Coffin.
Oh, they have
my
the same glasses and everything.
Oh my gosh. They are so close to each.
It's a similar nose.
That's crazy.
Wow.
This is Austin from The Signs, by the way.
Yeah,
in
it's
case,
Austin.
in case you don't know who
It's
this
me,
is.
Austin.
Hey, it's me, Austin. He fired
The
tanks.
size of.
We fired tanks together
Yeah.
recently. Wow. It's Austin all grown up.
Whose son was it again?
He's my son? Oh, that's nuts.
No.
Yeah, you are absolutely right to see that resemblance. I see it now.
Correct.
What do we got over here? This is the Theory hosts as font from 8.9 Polar Hornets 15. Papyrus.
Papyrus?
No, not papyrus. Papyrus.
I don't even. I would not peg Amy as a papyrus.
Hold up. Okay, here before we get to the fitting.
Okay.
Gill Sands. This is just Sands and papyrus. Like you were just looking
Right?
for an opportunity
Come
to do
on.
Sands and papyrus. I like that. I appreciate it's not Comic Sans. Times New Roman.
Oh, if you notice right, the colors: blue for style theory, green for game theory, red for film theory, yellow for food theory. Huh, interesting.
Oh, this is accurate.
I was gonna say that might be spot on.
That's accurate for Leon Film Theory, and then Santi Impact.
The only other one I would have gone with is just straight wingdings. But I think this is a good choice. I think this is a very fair choice.
These two definitely nail it. Papyrus. What is a good font for Amy?
Wingdings.
Ooh. I don't know if she's Papyrus.
No.
Certainly not Papyrus.
Right, I don't think
No,
she's a
not
Papyrus.
Common sense, area, wingdings.
I like using the I like the Papyrus font for sure.
Let's see. What's a spooky font? Spooky fonts.
Let's here. You guys brainstorm Papyrus. I agree with the idea that Tom is a sans serif font. Serifs are the little these little doodads
Yes.
on the edges of the letters that kind of like make it like a little extra fancy and whatever. So sans serif I think is exactly right. You know, with Tom. So sans something.
I just love it that MatPat and Stephanie and Ash we are just nerding out, geeking out about fonts.
This is maybe a bit generic for Tom.
Do you think Amy could be a Charlemagne?
Ooh, Charlemagne's pretty
It's a
good.
little bit. I don't want to say this in a way that sounds weird, but it's a font that gets. It looks pretty normal, but it's like slightly Harry Potter, just like a tiny bit.
Charlemagne font. Here, let's get up.
Ooh,
Yeah. Does that?
maybe.
It's a pretty good font.
I mean, it's a nice. It's a really nice font. It's strong. It's like,
Yeah.
but it's got a little bit of personality in there. And
yeah,
so-
that's the strength is what's papyrus is a little bit like
Yeah.
waif-like or like it's a little again it's like papery, right?
and I think this goes slightly gothic, also.
It's a modern Gothic, which I like.
Yes.
Like it's thicker, it's more solid. It has, like you said, that kind of spooky feel to it, but
it's
not
not
in like
overt.
not overtly.
Yeah.
And it's Gothic, but not overtly. I like that. Yeah.
I might peg that. I don't know.
Charlemagne.
Do you have any other thoughts?
So I found one. It's called the Old Charlotte font. This looks like the font that was used on Taylor Swift's Reputation,
Taylor Swift.
which feels apt.
Ooh.
This guy,
Yeah, the lowercase ones especially.
lowercase. Yeah.
I think lowercase Old Charlotte is my pick.
Ooh.
Oh, this one feels too. I see this and I feel a little bit old lady about it.
I don't know if it's old lady. I feel like it's
Because I feel like someone embroiders this.
it's an embroidery font. This one is, I feel like, skewing so heavily in the like, again, the goth. Amy has that like gothic, dark, witch vibe to her, but it's not all of her. I feel like this is like dialed up a little bit too much.
Try one more.
Okay.
The Hallowed Grounds font.
Ooh. This is fun.
It's subdued.
This is fun. What's my font, guys?
Ooh.
I know I said before I was Comic Sans.
Comic Sans.
That's pretty
Where
good.
it's got like
Yeah.
a little embellishment
That's pretty good.
with some of the capital letters and stuff, but not.
That's
but
cool.
again, it's not
These are good fonts.
in your face.
I like these fonts.
No,
Just
these
in
are really
general,
good fonts.
these are solid fonts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So we have a couple of good ones for Amy. What about good old Gil Sans?
Let's see.
I do-
Gotta find one for Tom.
That's like glorified Arial.
Gil Sans?
Yes.
It's like a slightly thicker Arial.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, cool sans serif fonts is what I would, let's look up and get a sense. Because I'm trying to come up with something off the top of my head and, let's see. These are just random sans serif.
Right. How about
Interesting.
I like the idea of Tom being Alabama. Just because he's
not
British,
British,
and the idea of like
not
him
British.
being like a very American sans serif
He's
font.
from Britain.
Alabama.
He's
I can't zoom in.
what if Tom was
Ooh, Nieuwe Montreal. I like that they're all like related to locations. That's funny.
Oh,
Brooklyn.
is there one for Singapore?
Brooklyn's kind of fun.
It's hard to
Futura.
peg Tom as a font.
Ooh, I like Tokyo here.
Oh,
this one.
nice.
What do I like about it for Tom?
I think that portrays Tom as a little bit empty,
Ooh,
which I
that's
don't.
deep.
I don't
That's
like.
fair. No,
I
that's a
don't
good
think
call.
that works for him.
I kind of like Monopoly on there for Tom. Like, it seems very polished. It's very
Where?
it's
Monopoly,
right
this
under
one.
Tokyo.
Oh.
But very open and like circular and fun.
Yeah, I
Because
like
Tom's got that bubble to him.
That is true. It had,
Right?
yeah, it had, that, I think that's a good one. It is clean. It is professional and polished,
Yeah.
but with a little sense of like levity to it.
Yeah.
I like, yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's fair. Like the O's take up a little bit more space, and it's like, oh, like, ooh. You know, when given the chance, he opens up a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that. What were you gonna say, Steph?
Oh
Did
no,
you
I
have one?
had the same ones pulled up as you. I'm trying to think.
I might have to look a little bit more.
Yeah.
I just like it that this is supposed to be like, hey, MatPat's is retiring, and now they're just researching about fonts. It's like, hey, which font is most suitable for, most representative of you?
I think Monopoly.
What happened to retirement, bro?
It's a fun game though.
This is a fun game. This is
You
really
assign
fun.
fonts to everyone.
Right? What's your font, Ash? Do you have a font? Just off the top of your head. You strike me as the type of person who might have yourself a font all in preparation of this.
I feel like in my soul I'm a Comic Sans, but I want to say I'm Courier New.
Ooh, it's a very dignified choice.
So I think
Thank
everyone
you.
knows what Comic Sans looks like.
Yep.
Is it one
Courier.
R?
Yeah.
Warrior.
Nice.
Because this is like my little like script writing
Yeah.
font. So
This
I
is,
feel
this
very
is tight. This is
This
classic
is
typewriter.
Ash the playwright. I feel like
This is Ash the playwright.
Courier is actually a good call out because it's got the writerly element to it, but it's got the roundedness of
It's
a
friendly.
Comic Sans.
Yeah.
It's friend because you're not Comic Sans. Like
Thank you.
You give
Thank you.
your persona, especially when you first joined us. Like when you were first behind the microphone, you were like a Comic like you were chaotic in the way that like Comic Sans is choosing violence, right?
Right, yes.
But you as a person, and the more that I've gotten to know you, and the more that you've kind of like settled into your role here, you are not that.
Thank you.
Like,
I appreciate that more than you know.
Yeah. No, you take things very seriously. You take
so
great
sweet.
pride in it.
Oh, yeah.
But still with that sense of levity and fun. And actually, I think this is. Without I could look for probably something that's even better, but
Yeah.
like this is a
it's a
really
good
good distillation of it, where it's like professional, but like fun.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I also think this says
you.
I wear warm autumnal colors as well. To be honest.
Thank you.
This is like I have a very nice coffee and a typewriter, and I'm just like living my best autumnal dream.
This is the best day of my life, honestly. Thank you.
This is great.
He's
This
retiring.
is a really fun game.
His boss is retiring, and it's like, oh, it's the best day of my life.
I want to continue doing just fonts for everyone in my life. What do we got here? This is a Lolography 00 re-upload from me Monday. Everyone crying over Matt leaving. Yeah. It's so true. Oops. It's like, right, and that's the like that is the weird element of all of this.
Yeah.
Is when you have 5 channels, which is disgusting.
It's a lot of channels.
That's so many. Like people are like, wow, he's everywhere.
It's insane, bro. It's crazy that he have to manage game theory, then after that is GT Life, then after that is film theory, after that is food theory, after that is style theory. Okay, sorry. The game theorists, GT Life, film theorists, the film theorists, the food theorists, the style theorists. It's crazy, man. It's a lot of work. Unless you know how to like Naruto, Kakibun Shinjutsu, Shadow Kunjutsu, it's a lot.
And it's like, yes, I am. There are so many. There are so he's here, he's there, he's everywhere. He's right here.
He's here, he's there, he's everywhere. Who you gonna call? Seki Bear.
I am literally everywhere. And so the idea of like, he's still, like he's done all these send-offs and this and that, and each channel, because you have to respect the fact that every channel needs its own send-off because each channel has its own individual audience. Yes, there's carryover and there's overlap, but there's still individual audiences for each one. And so
each channel have like millions upon millions of subscribers. That's millions upon millions of audiences. Maybe among them is like millions of specific targeted audiences that might be interested in food but not interested in style. That is interested in film but is not interested in game. You get the point, right?
So you have to send each of those off, and then it's like, oh, but GT Live is still here, and I'm still hanging out, which is fun. So we're chillaxing, but yeah, this is very accurate, actually. What's this?
Don't forget.
Fear light.
Don't be a pushover.
Oh. Oh no. Don't be a pushover. Yeah, complete the sentence. Don't be a pushover.
Don't be a pushover.
Oh, no. I mean, you know, you gotta send people off with.
Oh, wow.
It's golden, bro. It's golden.
Oh. Wow.
With a positive message.
I mean, but yeah.
I mean, you know, there's a lot of things that could fit there accurately. Oh, that's funny. Oh, don't be a pustule. Don't be a pustule.
Don't be a push pop.
Yeah, don't be a push pop. Yeah, I don't know what everyone's laughing about so much.
Fine.
Don't be a cat. Mighty Quad, thanks for watching. Oh, this is cute.
Aww.
Oh, this is super
If
cool.
you see their outfits, you know, game theory green, film theory red, food theory yellow, style theory blue, and MatPat with the classic red jacket.
All good. Everyone's got their avatars already. Yeah, look at me. Hey. That's adorable. Oh, I love this. See, new fan art I made in honor of MatPat's Final Theory. I do like
nice.
it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Tom wearing the green. Nice. This is a good merch item right here. I like that.
Right?
Also a good merch item.
Yeah.
Some nice long gloves. Do that. We'll do it in the fashion show. We'll throw it in. What is this? Oh no, I saw this one. I commented this one.
Yep.
This is the worst time.
Bad
I've been expecting you. Come, we have much to discuss.
There's no escape from Bam Bam.
Worst timeline's a good way to describe it.
I can't.
Next to the timeline where everything is on fire, there's this one.
This is the chaos ending.
Yeah.
This is like
the real
we
chaos
filmed
ending.
The Office on fire and Dan running around shirtless with his broadsword or whatever.
Yeah.
But this is the real chaos ending. This is the real meme ending. I can't, man. I can't.
I've been expecting you.
His voice even sounds like Ban Ban.
I hate it.
Right?
I hate it.
Right? I like hear that voice and I'm like, what's Ban Ban's voice? Because Ban Ban's voice is not far off
Not
from that.
dissimilar.
Wait a minute.
Oh, that is not okay. Oh, that is not okay. Here, can I find Ban Ban voice?
Hold.
Voice lines. We'll see. Oh.
Wait a minute.
It has slightly more of an accent.
Thank God. I'm so glad you're here. I thought this was the end.
This was the
Turned
end.
around and walked into the security room.
This
You
was
need a
the
little
end.
bit more of an accent on Scott, and that's it.
But it's not that bad. I hate this so
We'll
much.
just be like, oh, you've been expecting you.
This was fast too. Like shout outs to whoever did this. I don't know if it was GT Live who actually did this or whether it was an edit that someone created or whatever, like in the moment. But like they did this so fast and it's really well done.
Oh, yeah, in the most unnerving way possible.
I look forward to seeing just a whole montage of me like doors being opened to who knows what moving forward. I think that's going to be great. Let's see what we got here. Who's this?
That's
It's
just
thinking
a theory,
about
I'm
it.
sorry.
Oh no, we've overloaded too much. Too much.
Too many memes?
I'm sorry, it's not Friday. I wasn't going to post it because that's just a theory. Oh, there we go. Eating my ice cream off into the distance.
Oh, that's great.
That's a FNAF good ending reference.
right.
Aw.
Me as a robot. I mean, I've always wanted to.
Beeping and booping.
I've always wanted to open an ice cream shop.
Fun story. That line comes from what? Because I've seen a lot of people like that line a
Dude,
lot.
you're just a
Beeping and-
robot. You got gears in your head.
Beeping and
There's
boop.
gears beeping and booping in your head. Yeah.
That's a line that we tell Ollie when we're working. So when he's off doing
That's an
something
Ollie
else
reference.
and he really wants to spend time with us, but he has to go to school or whatever it is, and we'll tell him like, oh, bud, we're just working all day, and we'll be like, we're just sitting at our computer typing stuff, beeping and booping. We're just here beeping it, we're just here booping booping boop 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 beep 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 beep. And it caught on that now he just said, we're like, oh, bud, you got to go to school today. We're just gonna be at work. You're not gonna miss anything fun. He's just like, will you just be beeping and booping? And he's like, we're just gonna be beeping and booping.
We do. We just beep and boop all day.
We're just gonna be beeping and booping.
Yeah, writing an email is also known
We'll
as.
just be beeping and booping. We'll just be beeping and booping.
Beeping and
Beeping and
booping.
booping.
And so yeah, in that moment when I'm like, I'm the robot, and you're beeping and booping.
Yeah,
that's
that was where that came
That's
from.
an Ollie reference. Deep cut Ollie reference. Oh, hey.
Oh, that's
The red jacket.
nice.
Oh, I love this.
Oh, and they ironed your jacket. That needed it.
Right? We were talking about doing this as like a thumbnail, but the idea of like jackets just don't fall. Like
Yeah.
it's tough to make them fall in a way that makes
Right,
them
and
look
people
nice.
would be like,
this is
"What is
great
that?"
though. This is actually better than anything that we created.
Oh, yeah.
Before. We're like, take shots of it. It's like, no, it didn't work. Wow, they even got the accurate hanger too.
Oh.
Well done.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
It's accurate.
Very close.
Nice. That's amazing. I love it. Right? That's sad. Goodbye, red
Wow.
jacket. I like in the real ending, I immediately put it back on because I was cold. or because, actually, it's not because I was cold. It was because not wearing a jacket made me feel uncomfortable. I'm like, oh, I'm just in this like black like shirt. I wore that outfit. I had to like recreate that 7 times for all the different like days that we were shooting. It was at Scott's.
Yes.
It was
You had to film
here.
it so many times.
It was when we shot the rest of the circle. It was for all the endings.
By the end, we were digging those things out of the bottom of the hamper.
Oh, yeah,
Just
no,
gonna be honest.
I don't
some of
know.
those endings were filmed with very stinky clothes at that point.
Yeah, I don't know if they got washed at any point during that period.
Well, welcome to being a content creator. I swear to you right now, my outfit. Oh my gosh, smells bad. Smells bad.
Of time. Actually, I
You
do.
can't break the continuity.
No, I did. No, right. We couldn't break that. I had to get my hair cut so many times.
Yes.
To try and approximate the same. And
Yep.
we filmed the Scott thing a week after I got my hair cut. So in my calendar, I had to like every time I knew there was a shoot up, I'm like, okay, 1 week prior, get the haircut. 1 week prior, get the haircut from the same person.
Yeah, it was like three haircuts in a row.
Yeah, 3 or 4. Yeah.
Yeah. But your hair has looked so nice for the last
Thank you.
2 months.
I know.
It's been great.
Maybe I'll prioritize doing that. But it was also it did get washed once. It got washed before the final ring shoot, which
Yeah.
was the final like all the way the rest of the kind of like the script part, and it was fresh out of the washer because we're like, oh no, we really should wash this, and so we washed it, but we didn't budget enough time to actually dry it, so it was
Because
wet.
it's wool, so you're not supposed to put it in the
Yeah,
dryer,
no.
so it just had to hang dry, and so it was just real damp.
It was
when that-
damp.
Yeah, sunlight and time, and they are running out of time.
Had to put it on.
So that whole like last hour is just damp.
So the filming either took all of those places where you see Matthew in that outfit. It's either dirty or wet,
Yeah, stanky.
or stinky.
I mean, it was real
Yeah.
stanky by the end. It's so funny. I actually had to take Stephanie's hair dryer
Yes.
and like blow out the rest of it just to kind of like make it palatable to put on my body. Oh, cried at the 6th ending. Can't believe you didn't cry during Titanic. You didn't have feelings. As I've always. Yeah.
Reminds me of the reference from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. It's raining. It is raining heavily today.
I know. I cried again. That was another one where I'm hyperventilating down
yeah.
there in the theater.
That's the thing. Society doesn't treat men well when we cry. We don't know how to treat men when they cry. Case in point, if my mom cry right now, I know how to comfort her. You know, get a blanket, give her a hug, food, drinks, so on and so forth. If my father cry, if my brother cry, I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do. He said, bro, I got you, man. You want to say something? I'm here for you. You want to punch, kick? I'm here for you. I'm your Levi back. But it gets uncomfortable when men cry. But you must understand that men are still human. We have emotions. But society has to pummel down our emotions so hard that we cannot show it. Maybe a few centuries later, things will change. Maybe a few decades later, things will change. But for my foreseeable lifetime, I don't see it changing. I grew up to be a man. I grew up to be a boyfriend, husband, father figure. Hopefully even grandfather figure, great grandfather figure. I will not be able to cry in front of my family members, in front of my friends, in front of my relatives, my close ones. I can only cry in the corner. Because I'm not allowed to cry. That's the real world.
What do we got here, Steph? Oh, are you looking up the...
What?
Yeah, so welcome to my Twitter. I wanted to pull up the Scott Cawthon trending page because some of these edits are an absolute gold mine.
Just me or Scott caught the dress. Right? It is funny how Scott, like the final, it's like, oh, that guy. Oh, that's amazing. I'm set for my own.
Yep.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Right? He looked great when he showed up. We didn't ask him to wear that anything in particular.
I was a little bit worried that people wouldn't recognize Scott outside of gray video game t-shirt.
Yeah.
And
I like it that Scott Cawthon paid homage to the game theorists. You know, green color outfit, dark green color outfit.
so, he cleaned up real nice.
It's really interesting, actually. If you look at these two pictures, they really, in a lot of ways, don't look like the same person. I can't tell, for instance, that Scott's eyes are blue in the left photo.
Oh.
In the right photo,
Oh,
they're
the hair, so the
piercingly
hair,
blue.
the hair.
He has lovely eyes.
Right.
But in the left one, they look brown.
They do. Maybe it's not the same guy.
This whole time.
Maybe he's
We've
a
just been
robot.
like, no, see, he has a brother or something. And with the glasses, it changes a lot
It
of
does.
things.
Again, it shows how style really
It changes
affects
the
things.
proportion of his nose, the whole thing.
No, it's fascinating. Style, man. Scott Cawthon reading MatPat, the official stuff. It's 2 pages.
I love it.
He's like, and then the bite of 87 happened. This is
love
adorable.
it.
Oh, and he gives me a little gentle kiss, too.
Right?
I feel like this is accurate.
Yep.
Oh, it's amazing. What? If he was evil, eat my crap. What is this?
I don't know.
is
That was just on there.
Just keep going.
That is traumatic.
Keep on
Uncommented on. Seeing Scott Cawthon in motion is like finding actual video evidence. The
I did
recognition-
not understand what I was seeing when I first saw the reactions to this, where it was like, Scott moved. Did Scott move? Scott moved. At first, I was like there was a split second in my brain where they were like, do they mean they've been tracking his location and they think he's in a different place? Like he moved to a new house? And then I was like, oh no, wait, they're talking about the picture.
Mm-hmm.
It was so
They're like, Scott Cawthon is capable of movements? I thought he was just an animated character, the square blue color guy, cute guy. He's a real human?
confused.
Right? It didn't fully resonate with me. I was going to say this earlier, but then we kind of broke off into like, Scott's great. It didn't fully resonate with me until seeing the internet's reaction. I'm like, oh, I guess this is the first time that people have seen Scott move. Because I just assume that like, there are not many, but there's a handful of pictures of him out there. He put himself in a game at one point. Like we've seen cartoons of him in some of the games. He had the movie come out, so I would assume like maybe at some point he was present there somewhere, maybe, I don't know. But like, yeah, to be like, oh, this is actually him moving. I'm like, oh, I guess we do have the first found footage of him.
First
I also hope that this person is all right and that they've rehydrated, because I'm concerned about the gallons that have come out of their anus.
Right.
At this point, I'm very concerned about their health. Feels.
I saw this one. I saw this
Feel
one.
like it was a bit
Superman
inappropriate to
laser
say.
eyes.
I love this one.
Superman laser eyes.
That's incredible. Also, the bleeding
Explosion.
black eyes. What do you think this is? Film theory? That's a film theory thing. Scott Cawthon's a real person.
Come, we have much to discuss.
Amazing. It's a beautiful thing. Duke energy. Great. Hold up.
okay.
Oh, buddy.
He looks so young.
Super Smash Bros. Oh, this is him when he was like early like indie game developer. This is like the iconic one that everyone knew for a long time. This was after FNAF, and this was at the Horror Nights, I believe.
Yeah.
I have no idea where this one came
That's
from.
not Scott.
This is not Scott, right?
Is
There's
it-
no- what is
this?
this?
Yeah, is that the point though? Because I've never played Smash on a 3DS. Is it like do the characters just look completely abnormal?
It's like the generic version, or like
Yeah,
the like ported.
exactly.
This is the ported Scott Cawthon.
That was when I look at this, I'm like, was there something about the 3DS version of Smash that was like that made all the characters look like completely different people or characters?
This is the like lost in translation, like redubbed
Yes.
Scott Cawthon.
Yeah, exactly.
This is chaotic.
Yeah.
He's chosen chaos, which is fair because the Wii U version, people are like, oh, there's slipping involved and stuff. So it's like, yeah, whatever. We're Super Smash Brothers. This is actually a very accurate timeline.
Yes.
I feel like we're professional. We're put together. This is a very solid game. This actually, I would challenge Brawl maybe. Oh no, where's Melee? Oh no, Melee. Melee's this is the best version of it. This is like, hey, rudimentary, like figuring itself out, but solid. Melee is like, yes, I'm like there and I'm with it, and I'm gonna deliver you a quality gaming experience. Brawl, you're like, yeah, a little bit looser, a little bit more casual, like, we're having fun with the bros. This is not the game that you expected. It's close. It looks kind of like the game you expected, but
not
quite.
really.
It's like, it's the Wii U, whatever. No one plays this system anyway. And then, yeah, this is the best version, Scott. Yes. God, best version, Scott.
It's the ultimate version.
DLC. Oh, that's amazing. I love that. That is a great meme. Oh man, has anyone done this?
What is this?
Excuse me, what the actual fuck are you doing?
Hey, it's me, get out here. Just slam.
That should have been the reaction, honestly.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh boy.
Oh man, Final FNAF joke. And he's like, yeah, look at me, I'm here. That's professional attire. Why does Scott Cawthon appear like that? Because I've ascended. For a while, we thought about calling it the
An
Ascension engine.
alien.
It's true.
Kidding,
Scott
joking,
Cawthon looks
joking,
different
joking.
every time. Phenomenon strikes it. He does.
Right?
He evolved just like the characters. Maybe that's where Scott got it. You know, there's like Withered Freddy, Nightmare Freddy, Phantom Freddy, whatever. Same thing. Scott just looks different every single time.
Do you think we got Glamrock Scott?
We got Glamrock Scott?
Yeah.
Glamrock Scott!
Definitely.
Oh, this is definitely Glamrock
This looks
Scott.
like a professional headshot. You
Right?
take out that banister in the background and you're all
Great
set.
lighting on our part. Like,
Yeah.
great lighting, great shot. Real good.
Thank you.
Oh, that's so... rather in the phrase suit. Just... That's Gordon Freeman. Oh, G-Mat. Oh, this is great. These are so fun.
Aww.
These are adorable. I love these.
There is one that I really want y'all to watch.
Yeah,
I
which
put
one's
it in my
Oh, everyone's reaction? Yeah. That's awesome. Right? They should put that in theaters. Watch.
Amazing.
Eat your heart out, Oppenheimer. Like,
Right?
what is it? They should teach this in film school or whatever. Like, that was the whole meme when Game of Thrones had the final shot and like the
Yes.
dragon wings were behind Daenerys or whatever. And it's like, they should show that in film school. Like, our video, they should show that in film school. You know, we were released a little bit too late for Oscars contention this year, but next year, for your consideration, internets, for your Streamy Award best editing
MatPat's
goes
Final
to.
Game Theory.
Yeah, there it is. Are we gonna say there's one that we definitely should see because I know we're starting to run long?
Yeah. I mean, all these memes are so good. Though.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
saw
want to
that
pull you
one.
away.
Amazing.
I saw that one this weekend too. It's pretty funny.
Gosh, that's amazing. Scott Cawthon cameo's coming to take him away. See, Scott, it was Johnny Black's good. Scott Cawthon stars in MatPat's.
Love it.
I just hand off the entire final episode to Scott Cawthon. That would be amazing.
100%.
The MatPat's last video. Yep, reaction.
That's a really good one.
That was awesome. Scott Cawthon, all bosses plus guys. The secret ending.
Yep, that's it.
Scott Cawthon's secret
That's
ending.
it.
Oh, I love it. Jumped out. John Andrew YouTube jumped out of my chair, just like here.
Just like this. It went
That was
just
it.
like that.
This is actual real footage of John YouTube right there. This is
John
this.
FNAF.
Little did you know, John YouTube is that. Oh, that's so funny. MatPat made a cameo. Just appeared in people's games. That's amazing. I love it. Oh my gosh, they've already photoshopped him out.
He's on pride flags now.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for
There you
Scott.
go, Scott.
Oh, that's incredible. We have a different model design. Well, yeah. You got to get the U2's figurine.
Exactly.
You got to put that on some merch. Absolutely. Oh, they're making the Scott Cawthon thirst traps. I'm so sorry.
Sorry,
This
Scott.
poor man.
I'm sorry.
I don't know if he knew what he was. Wow. I don't. It's with 3 seconds of footage. I love that too. The fact that it's a thirst trap with 3 seconds of footage and to just extend it slightly.
Right?
It's like, let's flip it. I love that.
The mirror image.
Do you have anything I should look up or what's up?
Yes. So if you hit the
10 more minutes, right? Yeah, 10 more minutes of this. Yeah.
circle with the 3 dots in it.
Circle with the 3 dots, yes.
No, not this one. The one.
No, the one
left,
on the left column.
This one, yes.
Yes. Bookmarks.
Bookmarks, okay, yes.
I think you go down to the bottom.
Okay, I saw this one. Almost 10 years.
This one?
This one.
Song. What's that?
Probably not this one. This is Super Mario Brothers.
Hello? No. Not bad.
That's it! That's the
Straight out.
So that's it. That's what I mean, to be honest, I think that's there. And maybe at some point we should release like a blooper tape of it or whatever too, because there were those ones where
There
you
are
get
some
like
funny ones.
where we just shut the door back on it because the tape didn't work or whatever. And so there were ones where it's like he opens the door and just shuts it.
Yeah.
It's
really good.
Which is this, which I feel like is probably the accurate thing that would have happened here. Oh, that is so funny. I love that. That's great. This is wonderful.
This was what a hoot. Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Wait, MatPat was only one video of 6.
Missed opportunity.
So close.
It'll be your
So close.
forever regret.
I don't. Yeah.
So close.
You know. Nope.
But that means that Tom will make the 69th FNAF theory.
Good for him.
I'm so happy for him.
Right.
You know what?
Way to go.
Yeah,
Way to go,
I'm happy
Tom.
for him. Right, we hit so many other like correct ones, like the whole like 666 video is the goodbye video and stuff. Like we hit a couple of those in there. We're like, yeah, that felt good. That felt good. That worked out timing wise. So, oh, that's fun. That's great. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
This is leave me alone, Dad. With SpongeBob. New Theory's Fire. Leave me alone, Dad. That seems like something we would do. Happy retirement, guys.
Happy
that's
retirement,
so nice.
MatPat.
Oh, this is awesome. Anyway, so there is plenty
Thank
more
you.
You don't
fun.
look very happy about your retirement, but that's fine.
I'm
You're just
I'm
very
thoughtful.
focused on
I'm very
it.
focused on
That's
it.
great. It's wonderful.
I
It's
got dive
wonderful.
in it. Do we have information about restocking the red signature? T-bone, what are you calling a T-bone? Yeah.
Scott.
Make a Scott. I love
Right.
it. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. Guys, this has been, oh jeez. Check out the creators' first videos. Yep. Those are my
He was so young.
Those are my old audition
You're good.
videos. There
Yeah.
you go. Or
Yep.
my old, here's things me singing stuff. Where's the MatPat website we showed you? It's where's MatPat.com. Scott, yep, that's him. But now remains, yep. Okay, cool. Oh, these are great. And there's so many more. There were so many videos. There were so many reaction videos. There were so many commemorative videos. YouTube did their thing. Like across the board. Thank you guys. This
Oh my
is,
gosh.
This is who's ready for
We have
Inside Out 2.
We have a lot of thank you notes and heartfelt messages to
Right.
to write this week.
Yeah, so no,
This is
guys,
still
thank
under
you.
the get your fresh and hot memes here. What's the last? Oh, still got a long way.
For helping I mean, across the last 13 years, but thank you for making this weekend so special for us. Thank you for making the last 10 weeks so special for us. And
there's nothing that we would change about it. Like, there's
Honestly,
nothing that could have gone better. And I'm so proud. I'm so proud of you.
I'm proud of
but
us.
I'm so proud of like
I'm proud of everyone.
the whole
like,
team.
The whole
Yeah.
team came together. Like
And it was an unimaginable effort to put all of those videos together for this weekend. People, the entire editing team, every single person working, I mean, just around the clock.
Yeah.
8 editors working, like, basically in shifts, just 24 hours a day, like, to get those done.
Oh my
It's
gosh!
just
Speaking of, we
crazy.
didn't even talk about favorite endings. Did you have real quick?
I like the Lawkeeper ending and the real ending. But to be fair, the one that makes me laugh the most is the meme ending.
Ending. Because I'm thinking of, I think we should probably release like a ending compilation.
Yeah,
Just
we're going to do it
You
because
did,
everybody
you
else is
did.
doing it. It's a cool thing to do.
We should probably have that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What favorite ending? Because I've been reading people's reactions to like, what was your favorite ending? And everyone's like, the horror ending was too scary.
It was that one I think was too scary.
Here it
for
is.
us.
Yeah. What's everyone's favorite ending? This is by Joe was taken. Lore Keeper, which is that one was the most like, you know, that one felt like the biggest, which is why it ended up being there because it had Scott. It felt like satisfying for like the whole FNAF lore, like it's driving me nuts all these years. It felt the most conclusive for like the story of the channel, right? And then the real ending, which if you haven't seen it, is like behind the scenes footage of the final shoot. Everyone having a good time, and then like a final message from me, which is like that one is the real and conclusive ending because you know it's the send off of me as a person, you know, and I think that maybe not as flashy and as memeable as Scott opening the door to me and it being Ban or whatever. Like I think that was the right call, but to me, you know, real ending. But all these other ones, what do you think, Ash?
I don't know.
Insanity.
I'm kind of split between meme and insanity.
Yeah. Meme ending? Yeah, Nyan Cat. And of course you like the meme ending.
It's really fun.
It's
With
just such a
the
fun
Pope
compilation of
appearing.
everything.
The Pope, the fact that so originally the Pope was just sitting on Music Man, but having him rise up was just
Yeah, Jerica did an incredible job with that one, but I'm like, here's the thing. We don't want to spoil the joke.
Yeah.
Like, the joke has to build, and then it can kind of sustain from that point forward. But, like,
Yes.
you have to at least build it with, like, oh, haha, it's MatPat
Yeah,
on Music
yeah,
Man.
yeah,
But I'm like, then you drop in Sans and
yeah,
Mess.
yeah, yeah.
And then the big reveal is like, and the Pope's there too, because why not? You know, and so I thought that was great.
Yeah.
But yeah, so meme and insanity. What about you, Steph? Do you have a favorite?
I think the insanity ending and the real ending have it for me.
Ending one feels right. Ending one feels rewarding.
Yeah.
Ending two, chaos.
Yes.
Where the office is burning. That's most funny. You man. This is the boy, the lore. This is me, but I'm open. And the horror. I feel like the horror ending just traumatized everyone.
No, oh yeah, people were like so scared.
Which, to be fair, you know, that is all credit to Sedge, who is probably of all the editors the one who understands like the stylistic editing and really loves to dig into like, oh, it's editing of this time period, it's editing of this style. You know,
And this sort of analog horror ARG lore is kind of scary. It's horror, but yeah, scary. Scary horror.
he loves to really pick apart like the tropes and mechanisms that work to create a full scene, right, and set things in motion. So when we're like, here's the list of endings, what editors are working on which one, we're all like, that's Sedge, immediate Sedge. And did such a great job, and like the back and forth that we had to kind of like amp out the scares and like pace out the scares and stuff was so much fun and so good. That's actually him. He's the newscaster in that one, in case you didn't know, the silhouette of like the Australian newscaster. That's actually Sedge who did it. I like all the editors kind of inserted themselves into all the endings. And then 6. I think 1 and 6 are my favorite, but the reason why, you know, we wanted the other ones in there is because like we wanted to encompass everything.
Oh yeah, they all have like favorite things about them.
Right. Oh, 100%. Yeah, like I think they're all really good. I'm really happy with them. But yeah, we'll have to do the MatPat all endings or something like
yeah.
upload
You did.
Yeah.
and cut scenes. Secret boss.
No
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah, no damage. Right, you need the no damage in there. So anyway,
Now this is the retired wrap up.
Guys, thank you again for everything. Thanks for celebrating with us, and thanks for hanging out with me on the couch. Still wanting to hang out with me on the couch, even though I'm no longer, Game Theorist MatPat anymore. I'm just MatPat. Normal.
I'll hang out with you.
Normal
You're GT Life MatPat.
guy on couch MatPat. Yeah, will you hang out with me?
Yeah, I will.
Cool, thanks. Thank you, friend.
Oh, what a nice straight up and down handshake.
Thank you. Ash, you want to hang out with me a little bit longer?
Yeah, all right.
Cool. Sounds good. You want to hang out with me a little bit longer?
Sure.
Awesome. Well, always GT not live. Maybe they said no.
I know.
No,
Actually,
I say sure. I say sure. Yes, maybe. Of course. Definitely. Absolutely.
I think I'm done.
Yeah, that's
Affirmative. Positive.
fair. All right. Well, thanks for joining me on that journey. If you're gone, for those of you who choose to remain to stay, that's your choice. Thanks for hanging out. It'll be a lot of fun. We're gonna have a lot of fun. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for everything over the last 13 years, and I look forward to this new era in my GT life.
Wow, dude, that was good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I've been doing it for a while. So anyway, that's it for today. And remember, my friends, it wasn't a live stream, but it was a video for you. See ya.
But hey, that's just a stream. A live stream. Thanks for watching. It's not live though. It's not a stream as well. So, but it's recorded, so yeah. Anyways, thank you all so much. Thank you. I like this music by the way. This the one that play this on charity. St. Jude charity the one. Yeah, so anyways, I hope to see you all in my next video. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I've been here all this time. I'm not in the center. Well, look at myself if I'm situated forward, you can see my face. Bye. Thank you so much. Subscribe. Thank you. Boom. Oh, there's no boom. Sorry. Bye.